Get out! You're fired! Dr. Mera's voice cracked through the hallway like a whip. How dare you strike a patient in my clinic? The nurse stood frozen, cheeks flushed, her eyes a whirlpool of shock and rage. Everyone in the waiting room had gone silent, watching the chaos unfold. Just seconds earlier, she'd slapped a man across the face, a man in a wheelchair, and now her career was crumbling in front of a dozen eyes. He touched me inappropriately, she said, her voice trembling. I told him to stop. But Dr. Mera wasn't listening. You laid hands on a patient. That's the end of it. The man, Mr. Suri, clutched his cheek, pretending to be hurt more than he was. He cast a smug glance around the room, then shook his head in faux disappointment. No respect left for patients, he mumbled. Security escorted the nurse out. No questions asked, no investigation. Just like that, 5 years of service vanished in the echo of slamming doors. That night, rain pounded the streets like the world was mourning something. The nurse, Asha, sat in her tiny apartment, staring at the certificate she once hung so proudly on her wall. Her phone buzzed, messages of sympathy from colleagues, but none from Dr. Mera. She'd always admired him, a self-made man, head of one of the most reputable private clinics in the city. He was stern, yes, but fair. Or so she thought. Until today. Flashback to 2 weeks ago, Asha had caught Mr. Suri watching her every move. Staring, smirking. One day he'd asked her to help fix the straps on his wheelchair, then grabbed her wrist, his hand lingering too long. She'd pulled away. She'd told Dr. Mera. But he waved it off. He's harmless, an old man with no family, don't overthink it. So she stayed quiet. Until yesterday, when Mr. Suri crossed the line. He reached for her waist under the guise of needing help. That slap wasn't an outburst, it was survival, but no one saw it that way. Until the next morning. Dr. Mera entered the clinic as usual, crisp white coat, clipboard in hand. But something felt off. The front desk was buzzing, staff whispering, avoiding his gaze. He glanced up and stopped cold. A TV crew was waiting in the lobby. Dr. Mehra, said a reporter, camera rolling, would you like to comment on the sexual harassment allegations made by your former nurse against a patient in your clinic? His mouth opened, closed. He turned to see Asha standing there, composed, resolute, beside a woman in uniform, an officer. She's filed a report, the officer said, and we have CCTV footage. Someone hit play on a tablet. There it was, clear as day. Mr. Suri's hand reaching, grabbing, lingering, her flinch, his grin, the slap. And suddenly, the narrative shifted. The smug man in the wheelchair was arrested on the spot. No performance now, just fear. Dr. Mera's face drained of color as the room turned against him. Why didn't you believe her? Someone whispered. She told you, another said. Shame tightened around him like a noose. And Asha, she didn't gloat, she didn't scream. She just stood tall, stronger than ever. Later, in his office, Dr. Mera stared out the window as rain began again. A soft knock at the door. He turned. It was Asha. I didn't come for revenge, she said, but I wasn't going to be silent either, not anymore. He nodded, words tangled in his throat. I failed you. You failed yourself, she replied gently. This place used to stand for healing. Don't let fear or reputation change that. And with that, she walked out. The next week, the clinic implemented a new harassment policy. Cameras were reinstalled, training sessions mandated, and anonymous reporting channels opened. And Asha, she didn't return to that clinic. But word spread. A hospital across town offered her a position, with higher pay, better hours, and a team that actually listened. Sometimes, justice doesn't come with thunder. Sometimes it walks in quietly, stands its ground, and lets the truth speak for itself. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment where are you watching from. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.